Testing, testing, testing. We're not too worried about how Dave looks. Just make sure I look good, and we're good.
Yep.
Should I stand in front of Dave like this? All right, we're good.
Radio.
We're good, we're good. All right, hey folks, Bobby Barrick here at the 2014 ICAST show in Orlando, Florida. I got Dave Walsh here from Motorguide, and Dave is gonna walk us through the new components that Motorguide, Lowrance, and Pinpoint have all got working together to make your fishing day more productive so where you can put more fish in your live well. Dave, walk us through this incredible concept that you guys have all incorporated into today's fishing world.
You bet. Sounds good, Bobby. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the system components. Most anglers out there understand now what Lowrance and Motorguide are combining together to try to optimize boat control. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to real quick talk about the different components you need as an angler to make that happen. Okay? We've got the XI5 trolling motor with Pinpoint GPS. The XI5 trolling motor, most have found over the course of the last year, it's been launched over the course of the last year, that it's one of the quietest and best performing motors that are out there, wireless motors that is out there. Pinpoint GPS, we think, is one of the most accurate systems that's available. That's going to play into this whole system and really benefit this whole system because it's going to optimize the ability of the Lowrance electronics and the user interface.
Now, this unit that you're talking about right here, if I'm a fly fisherman, if I'm a guy that maybe doesn't like to be bothered with the foot control kind of stuff right here, I'm looking at this unit right here, and this might work for me.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, it gives you the ability to go ahead and fish from any place on the boat because it's a wireless unit. You can control it with your handheld remote. There's also a wireless foot pedal, so depending on how you like to fish and how you like to control the motor, you can do that any place you want to.
If I'm a trolling guy, if I'm trolling for kokanee out in the western U.S., if I'm trolling for walleye up in Minnesota, whatever it may be, and I'm in one of those high-sided Lund boats, North River boat, whatever it may be, I put this guy up front, I sit in the back, maybe I got my 5-year-old with me, I can keep an eye on him, right? And we're trolling, we got our downriggers down, and I've got my motor in your Pinpoint system doing all the work for me.
Absolutely. It goes ahead and frees you up to go ahead and do the fishing you want to help your son in any way you want to while you're fishing. And the technology that's involved in there too is not only that, but it's going to dial in the speeds that you need, the accuracy with regards to the trolling speeds that you need to have, as well as the route and path that you need to go on. Obviously, with that type of fishing, you're going to want to follow contours, you're going to want to follow different structure underneath. You're going to be able to identify that using your Lowrance electronics, and then right on the screen, pinpoint those areas that you want to fish, those key fishing areas, and your trolling motor will take you there.
That's great. Walk me through some of the other cool features that this unit has.
Absolutely. So we've mentioned that the XI5 and the Pinpoint is one of the key core elements, performance elements of this system. You're going to then connect this trolling motor using the new gateway cord that's going to communicate through a NEMA 2000 network. Your NEMA 2000 bus, if you're running on a boat today and you're running with multiple Lowrance units, they're communicating through a NEMA 2000 network most likely. So it's a very simple thing. If you don't have one on your boat, we sell the starter kits. You can go ahead and have one installed. It's a very simple process. That then goes into that bus. Your Lowrance unit also is going to go into that bus so that the two units are communicating together. Now you've got your Lowrance HDS unit. It's going to be a Gen 2 or Gen 2 touch unit. And now you've got the whole system.
That's awesome. Dave, I'll tell you what, when I'm guiding, one of the questions that I get more than anything when guys are trying to decide whether they want to go with these electronics or those electronics or this electronic system right here, they want to know that if I'm in my front monitor, my front unit, and I find a cool spot, a rock bed, a ridge, a weed line, and I mark it, beep, beep, with a waypoint, does it show up on the unit at my console? And the way your system kind of speaks to itself and everything's incorporated into the boat, I want to know if that works with this particular system here.
Absolutely, Bobby. You know what? If you go ahead and hook this system up the way that we talked about, going ahead through your NEMA 2000 network, and if you got every one of the units hooked into the NEMA 2000 network, including your trolling motor, you're not only going to be able to set all your waypoints, set your routes, and control your trolling motor all through the one network. Every one of your screens is going to see the same thing. So no matter where you're positioned on your boat, you can go ahead and control that trolling motor. Not only that, but you're going to be able to see the information as well, as far as the routes that you're running, as far as the speeds that you're going. So whether you're trolling or no matter what kind of fishing you're trying to do, all the information that you need is right there in one spot.
That's good stuff, folks. You might want to take a look at this. Lowrance, Pinpoint, and Motorguide in conjunction with each other. Sounds like you guys are up to some really cool stuff over here. Thanks, Dave.